Hi there, Libra. Welcome to your May 2019 reading. This is general and love reading. So I want to thank you guys so much for all your continued support, your love, your kindness, your messages. Thank you all for your well wishes and healing vibes that you sent my way. I'm finally, after so many attempts, starting to finally feel better. And so I feel well enough to finish everyone's forecast for the month of May. You are my last one. Sorry, Libra. You had the least amount of views. So hopefully this resonates with some of you, most of you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I want to let you guys know the zodiac sign with the most views and likes will get an extended love reading next month. So be sure to hit the like button. Remember, this is a general reading and not all messages will resonate with everyone. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Never force the message to apply. So let's get started with your general reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising sign for May 2019. What is the overall message, most important message Libra needs to hear? If you're not sure about your other placements, there is a link in the description box below. Plug in your info and you get a free natal chart. So then you could check out those other videos as well, and you can get a much more thorough reading for yourself. Okay, let's see. Success. Look at that, Libra. Hello. What are we working on? What are we building on? Success in a relationship, in a partnership, new job, new home, whatever it is that you've been trying to build for yourself, for your family, for whomever. Maybe it's finally a decision that you have been contemplating on making. You've been going back and forth. Maybe it's reconnecting with someone. Maybe it's just making changes in your life and they lead you to success, whatever it may be for you that you are trying to create for yourself. You will find success in the month of May. So let's clarify that. Let's get started. Let's clarify that. Okay, I'm having a problem with the mic here. Sorry, guys, if you're hearing a little bit of static and movement. Okay, here we go. Success. Oh, yes. Look at that. Happiness. Happy times coming towards you. 6 of Pentacles. Ooh, wow. If some of you were trying to get pregnant, IVF or adoption, or just trying the old-fashioned way, I do see... Okay, what I see here is for some of you that had to pay for artificial insemination, sperm donation, IVF, there is success in it. Some of you may have been worried about, investing so much money. That stuff costs money. What if it doesn't happen for us? Okay, I'm going to take it. That is the Hermit card. Let's see, does it fit here? Yeah. And the 8 of Cups. Two of Pentacles. Oh, geez. I'm already seeing a few different storylines here. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. All right, let's get to it. Success. Whatever it is that you're trying to build for yourself, successful completion. Some of you are graduating, like literally graduating, finishing a program, certification, school. Some of you, workshops, building a business, building a family, a firm foundation. I get the sense that There were so many different times where you just wanted to give up. You just wanted to walk away. You were done trying. Those of you that had been trying to have a baby, the moment that you just gave up on the idea and just basically went within and said, you know what, if it's meant to be for me, it will be. And you abandoned the idea of being a parent, being a mother, having children. And then you moved on to this whole sense of, I'm feeling Libra cynicism here. Like you just kind of had this little bit of a chip on your shoulder, like, well, this didn't happen for me. I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. And, you know, it was almost like you reverted backwards for a bit, where you may have had it more together for yourself and ready to build a family, ready to build the foundation, a business, whatever it may have been that you were trying to create for yourself, giving birth to new ideas, creative projects, you know, new paths that you encountered, that you just embarked on. Some of you finally decided to go back to school to finish. Some of you just decided on a whim, you learned something new and you're like, you know what, this is going to be my hobby. And you take on this new hobby that ends up bringing you success. But I feel like things became a bit all over the place for you at some time. And it was this sense of, only way I could say it is by being, you know, blunt, is the I don't give a fuck attitude, right? And so you decided it's time to move on. It's time to move forward. I feel that so many of you did perhaps feel as though you were already moving forward until you realized that you weren't moving forward as fast as you had wanted, right? I feel as though there's a bit of cynicism and skepticism of how you can make certain things work. Because I do feel as though some of you abandoned the idea of, you know, starting a new life, starting a new business, a new chapter. You were really excited, and then the minute something felt like it was tough, you were then weighing out your options, like, should I be starting my own company? Should I be taking on baking as a hobby or gardening or whatever it may have been? I feel as though it was something creative, right? So something that maybe was a nice hobby, had your creative juices flowing, and then you realized it was harder work, more work than you had anticipated. I feel this is going in a few different directions here. For those of you that, you know, pretty much abandoned and gave up on the whole having a child, you know, raising a family, trying to get pregnant, it was a very hard decision for you to say, I'm not going to think about it anymore. Sleepless nights. You almost withdrew altogether from your family. Your emotions were up and down. I feel a sense of literally wanting to give up. But in that process, you felt some resentment and anger. And then you went in a whole other direction, Libra. And then there are those that were trying to build something in terms of a business, a new creative venture. This was something that you had thought about for quite some time. You weighed out your options. You felt, you know, no one's going to stand in my way. I'm starting this new business, this new company. Maybe some of you in real estate trying to buy a new home, things of that nature. I feel as though some of you, went around behind someone's back and just started a new business, started a new company, decided to, you know, take some courses online, trying to figure out how to make additional income for your home, Maybe you didn't tell your partner or spouse that this was something that you had been thinking of. Yeah, and then, wow, and then it brings you money. And then all of a sudden you got clients. And then all of a sudden you had a waiting list. And you had people reaching out and contacting you. Someone here wanted to start a daycare as well. A gift of money, of sudden wealth. Those of you anticipating some form of inheritance, bonus. There are also people here, okay, again, those of you wanting to start a new business, a new company, something like this, you get your letter that your loan is approved. You get a letter offering you options of how to build this business, grants, money, financial aid. I feel as though some of you finally invested in yourself and the payout is huge. Success. Overall advice for this situation. Yeah, so then you start moving forward by July. You'll have so many different options and ways of expanding and creating and growing on this path, these ideas, this new business, maybe courses, that it almost leaves you in a sense of restlessness, not sure which path to take after all. Do I continue? That was the Five of Wands that came out, but that I felt it was surrounding that inner tug of war, inner conflict. But here's what I'm seeing. Again, children for sure. Some of you won't find out that you're pregnant or won't conceive until July. June, July is your timeline. If you are trying to get pregnant, I am not a medical doctor, a physician, or anyone who should be giving that type of advice, but maybe you want to start looking into fertility monitors. Maybe you want to start taking better care of yourself to anticipate a pregnancy. Others of you by July, I feel that between now and June, you'll get that message, the letter in the mail, the email, letting you know this is what you have coming to you. This is a gift of money, a grant, a scholarship, inheritance that you weren't expecting. Something that I feel like I keep hearing flip, like something you can flip and make money out of. Like maybe you inherit something in particular that really isn't something that you care about, but you can sell it, get rid of it, resell, rent it out if if it's a property that you inherit. Then you realize that not only will that property or whatever it is that you get, cover its own expenses, but then you make some money out of it as well. Others of you, the minute you tell your partner, your spouse, or whomever, like your parent, a friend, someone that you confide in, that, hey, I know I hadn't said anything, but the last few months I've been taking courses online. I've been, trying to get certified for this. I'm thinking of starting this business. And then they're like, wow, freaking congratulations. Why the hell didn't you say anything? I got your back. I'm supporting you. What do you need to get this going off the ground? I feel as though some of you didn't anticipate or didn't expect that type of support. And if this isn't you, Libra, this is vice versa. This could be a partner, a friend, a family member, someone in your surroundings. I also don't feel that the gift necessarily has to be monetary. I'm associating it with that because of the sudden wealth. You may get a check in the mail, unexpected check, unexpected bonus, a rebate of some sort. So by July, you'll be contemplating, what's my next move? Some of you are thinking about, I keep seeing like children and daycare and maybe some sort of company surrounding children, an investment in regards to children. Even if it, yeah, see, new beginnings. Oh my gosh, you're building on your wealth. You're building that firm foundation in your home. Some of you are expecting and you're like, let's work on the nursery. Some of you are expecting or are going to find out that you're expecting and you're just like, holy shit, how are we going to fit another kid in this house? Either way, with the 9 of Pentacles, it's not just about appearing as though you're balanced, financially stable, semi-successful, right? It's not only going to appear that way to people, you'll finally feel like you're getting your balance. And that is huge for a Libra, because that is what you guys are all about, right? I love this. I need to pull an Angels of Abundance card for you guys, because I do see that this is all in regards to building your wealth, your stability, your home, your family. What is the overall message Libra needs to hear for May 2019? Focus on your priorities, Libra. Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. So you've invested all this time and energy into yourself, into an idea, a hobby, a business. Now, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do with it? That's why the Hanged Man is here. You have all these ideas you want to run with. So focus on your priorities. If you really, truly want to run with those ideas, focus on the priorities that need to be in place for you to get this going. The money is there. The profit is there. And the power of prayer will get you far in this situation. Give this situation to God for uplifting and healing, and be open to miracles. Heaven's unlimited resources, love, and answers are waiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance God gives to you in response to your prayers. So you've taken the time to do all this work, invest in yourself, you know, learning from certain things, teaching yourself certain things, you know, to create this new venture for yourself, to create this life for yourself. And as you get to the point of, now what am I going to do with everything I've done, learned, experienced, trained myself on? How do I put this into, you know, practice? Well, you focus on your priorities. And if that anxiety hits you, the power of prayer, you give it up to God to allow you for clear thinking, for clear knowing. Guardian angels, let me have a card for Libra, please, for this situation. Let me have a card for Libra. Okay, thank you. Wow, another 11 card, because that sudden wealth card is also the 11. Inner strength. You have great courage and kindness. You may not realize how strong and powerful you are, but there's no problem you can't solve. The compassion you so freely give to others must also be given to yourself. Stand strong in your convictions if the right answer to tell someone is no. So if you've got a drain, if you've got someone who maybe was taking advantage of you, maybe is wanting to block you from building yourself up, from growing, from, you know, starting a new business, be strong in your convictions, in your decisions. if you don't agree with someone, there's no need to fight, argue about it, but there is a need for you to stand your ground. Success comes in all forms. Success can be, you know, having a family member or, you know, an investor who backs you. That is a feeling of success, someone that believes in you. Success can be taking this business all the way, taking this new idea, new chapter in your life towards, you know, some growth, spiritual, emotional, mental, how, you know, financial, whatever it is that you may be feeling that you are in need of. Success in all forms is what I wish for you, Libra. Let's move on to love reading, singles and couples for May 2019. Just clear that deck. Okay, Romance Angels Oracle. Straight up single Libras. Why are they single? How do we get them to not be single anymore? What do they need to heal from? What do they need to be aware of? May 2019. What is their love lesson? May 2019, straight up single Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. Okay. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So those of you that have been single for quite some time probably have given up on finding someone. Then there are those that have probably been in and out of a, you know, terrible relationship. Some of you almost want to hang on to that terrible relationship, and you know you shouldn't. You know you shouldn't. But there's a part of you that has a bit of fear and worry about whether or not you'll be able to find someone like them, or someone who gets you, or someone open-minded, or someone who accepts you for who you are altogether. Number one, don't compare one partner to the next or the ex. You don't want to repeat the same cycles. You don't want to repeat the same patterns. There are certain qualities of a person that you may admire from one person to the next, whether they're friends or exes. But you don't really want to replace an ex with someone just like them. Be careful with what you ask for, okay, Libra? So here we go. Straight up single Libras, May 2019. Queen of Cups, the Star card. That's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and that's Aquarius. Definite Scorpio with the Tower card. King of Swords, whether that is you or another air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I tend to associate King of Swords with Gemini. Can be any air sign. Eight of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. Yeah, Scorpio vibes all around with the Death card. So here it is, plain and simple. Libra singles, stay optimistic about your love life. Why is Spirit saying stay optimistic about your love life? Because you're getting over a toxic relationship. You're getting over from someone who made you feel like you were crazy, who was manipulative, who had you in your emotions, like had you, you know, some of you may have been dealing with a narcissist, because I feel like some of you even question your sense of, you know, your reality. Maybe they're right. Maybe, you know, I am crazy. Maybe I am out of touch with reality. Maybe I do need help. Are they a freaking doctor, Libra? I mean, if they've got those kinds of concerns, they wouldn't be making you feel like shit. They'd be trying to get you help, right? If they legit thought that you were like crazy and bipolar and didn't know what the fuck you were talking about, you need help. All right then, fool. Let's go get help. But they didn't do that, right? No, they came in and caused all kinds of ruckus. So you need to stay optimistic about your love life. The more you are away from this toxic energy, the more you're starting to find yourself, the more you're starting to discover more about yourself. It's time to love yourself, heal yourself, nurture yourself, self-love, self-care, take care of yourself. Do everything that you expected that person to do for you. And on that note, don't expect someone else to make you happy. Make yourself happy. Because the right person will come in and boy, that happiness will be better than you could have ever imagined. Because two healthy people that come together in love, that have already done their healing, that have already released themselves from old habits, toxic ways, negative upbringings, that is someone who can come in and be a firm and stable person that is willing to make things work out with you and offer you that love. Not someone who's going to come in like this, just burdening you, making you feel like you don't know what the hell you're talking about. It's like they try to tell you, you're not seeing things my way. You don't know what you're talking about. But the more you love yourself and heal yourself, and the more you bring yourself up, it is time to heal yourself, love yourself, uplift yourself. Get yourself up off the floor, because that ex had you feeling like this, had you begging for mercy, like, please, let's work things out. And now you're looking back thinking, what the fuck was I thinking? How could I have even, thought about working things out with them? Now I feel like you're starting to see how bad and how toxic that relationship was. And so now you feel like you're ready. Now that sense of optimism for a new love offer, a new relationship to come in, is feeling a whole lot better than this bullshit that you were dealing with before. So I do see you moving forward. I do see you healing. You just have to remember that if you hang on to only the good things about a relationship from the past and ignore the bad, the only thing that continues to be recycled is the bad. So, let's see. Family room. If you are going through a divorce, a separation, you are very much missing the comforts of home, the family environment, all those times where, all those weekends that you got together as a family, all those, family dinners. And if you weren't having that, you were wondering why you couldn't have that. I feel as though some of you even brought up that idea to a partner in the past and they were like, I keep hearing like someone saying like, this is no after school special or Lifetime movie. Like they're trying to make you feel stupid for wanting to have family dinners, for wanting to have family get-togethers. Okay. That is definitely for someone, especially after the first reading. Great fortune and unexpected income. I'm telling you guys are expecting money. So if you are going through a divorce, you may be receiving more in alimony and child support than you expected. If there is a bonus, a rebate, I'm seeing money that you weren't expecting at all coming in for you guys. So for some of you singles out there, that's happening for you as well. Okay, so here we go. What is the overall advice for Libra singles? Straight up singles, overall advice, please. Ace of Pentacles, money coming in, new offers, stable offers. There you are. Libra, Justice card. Look at that. New beginnings all around. Stay optimistic about your love life. If you get a new job, if you discover that you meet someone new, some of you might even meet someone new on your way to court or at a financial institution. There are new beginnings here. This new person that comes in, you're going to be feeling like the universe finally paid you with what you have been wanting, with what you have been praying for. I feel as though, honestly, this is the best way I can describe it. It's like this achiness and yearning for this type of partner. They're coming for you, Libra. They are. But you definitely need to keep moving away from that old energy, that toxic energy. You don't need that kind of shit in your life. Be strong enough to keep moving forward for your own personal gain and success, for your own healing. All right, so let's move on to Libra couples, married couples, dating. Maybe you just met. Maybe you just moved in or you're about to move in. And some of you in-betweeners too. If you're not sure, check out both readings, the singles and the couples. Love life reading. Libra, couples, May 2019. Libra, sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Please, romance angels, what is the most important message for May 2019? Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So there is a deep and sincere attraction between you and whomever this may be, your partner, your husband, your spouse, your wife, your whoever your significant other is. Maybe you've just met someone. The message I just heard is that those of you that are in-betweeners, that you keep going back and forth, maybe you're dating more than one person. Maybe you still have some sort of ties or attachments to an ex, but you meet someone new that catches your attention and that you are very attracted to. They might be the person to get you away from the ex, finally. Yeah, see? They're the person that keeps you in that headspace of, I thought I wanted my ex back, but maybe I don't. This new person definitely has piqued your interest. Oh, yeah. Some of you who are in relationships, in committed relationships. Oh, wow. I can't wait to finish reading this. Some of you that are in committed relationships. Oh, my God. Okay. The attraction is there because I feel as though for some of you, there was a bit of stagnancy in your relationship, you know, like maybe you guys have been working too much, workaholics, not enough time, you know, being spent on each other. Everything started seeming as though it was just routine. But then all of a sudden you or they do something and it just like brings back memories of when you guys were dating, of when you first fell in love, of when you first met. Maybe, you know, maybe that story comes in to play. And that attraction is felt all over again. There's a sense of newness to it. A lot of majors. Wow, couples. Okay. Two of Swords, the Sun card, Wheel of Fortune, High Priestess, Eight of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, the Chariot, King of Swords, Page of Wands, the Emperor, and the Three of Cups. I see Leo, I see Aries, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, especially Cancer. Yeah. So let's get to it. There's an attraction here. Maybe some of you had a delayed attraction to someone new. I feel the need to say that. Okay, someone here maybe just had someone as a friend, someone that they were just hanging out with. They were in their circle of friends. Maybe they were an older person who seemed a bit immature for their age that maybe you didn't really take seriously. And suddenly there's an attraction and you don't know what to do about it. You're like, I can't, like, no, me and that person, nah, would never work. But they've piqued your interest. And the more you guys hang out, maybe happy hour, dinner, maybe, you know, they finally ask you out or you finally ask them out. The more you become attracted to this person, the way of life, you start realizing that although they're not what you are used to dating or who the type of person you're used to being with, this opens up a whole new chapter for you. I feel as though some of you guys are even visualizing on whether or not this is someone that you have a future with. Could this be the one? Would we be able to have children? Will they accept children? And I feel at this point you are willing and ready to close out the chapters of the past that you were still maybe hanging on to. There are still situations from the past, I feel, that haunt you, past relationships, but I feel that you've been working on healing from them. You feel really close to putting all that past trauma. I feel like you've really come a long way, Libra. Congratulations. Because I know it's difficult. There's a lot of watery energy here, considering you're an air sign. And so you may have been overthinking situations from the past that had you feeling this way. But the more that you start healing from the old patterns, old ways, past relationships, the more open you are, the more optimistic you are to new partners, new chapters, new ideas, a new type of person that maybe you weren't used to. And I feel as though this really caught you off guard. Like the universe just said, oh, we think you're ready now. Let's bring this person in. Let's bring those butterflies back into your stomach. Let's show you what this is really all about. But all in all, I do feel as though you're seeing life and love with a new sense of optimism. To be able to stop and smell the roses is probably something that you hadn't been able to do in quite some time. I mean, a really long time. It's almost as though you don't really recognize yourself anymore. Because the person from the past in that toxic relationship or karmic relationship, that's not who you were, Libra. And some of you are healing as a couple. Some of you weren't being completely, totally open and honest with each other. There was boredom, routine, complacency in a marriage, in a relationship. You hardly smiled. It was something that brought about some very serious faces rather than joy and happiness. And I feel as if you have children, they are what bring everything back into perspective. They do something silly, they, make something nice for you, Mother's Day, Father's Day, birthday gifts, holidays. They say something to you that just kind of wakens you up and puts things in a perspective that makes you realize, I need to reconnect with my partner. I'm not appreciating them as much as I should be, and vice versa. let's work on bringing back the attraction we had for each other from the beginning. Let's plan maybe a summer vacation. Let's plan, a weekend getaway. Let's look into reconnecting by ourselves, going away by ourselves. And let's get control back into this relationship, because overworking yourself and themselves had put a stop or a cramp in your style, where it's almost as though you guys were way too tired to even enjoy each other's company. It's like, why the long face? Why so serious? Crack a smile. Crack a beer. Let's do something this weekend. Let's go to happy hour. Let's do something. But you're too busy working or running your own empire to be able to live freely, that you've got to keep this very serious face. But all of that is switching into a different perspective for you guys, because I do feel that something will happen, something will be said that really, shifts the sails, the wind in your sails towards a different outcome. Clarifying cards. There was an expectation that wasn't being fulfilled. Maybe there was a sense of resentment. That's why there's all these serious faces, all these long faces here. Yeah, an expectation in the house. There are concerns around the house, keeping stability, maintaining a house. An expectation to always have dinner together, an expectation of spending more time together, an expectation of bringing home the bacon. Yeah. And now when you look back at them, they look like they were all, daydreams instead of what the two of you had planned as reality. So what's the advice for the couples here? Advice for couples. Love each other. Hello. Love fixes everything. Almost everything, right? Where there's love, there is determination to make things work, to see things through, to follow through, to cut away the bullshit, everything that's been blocking the two of you from being there for each other, from, creating this environment for yourself. Right? Look at that. I'm not going to ignore a little Page of Swords here. But here we are. What is your advice? You have to make a choice about the type of, reimagination of trying to bring life and love back into this relationship by cutting away what's been blocking you. Maybe it's the routine that you've been in for quite some time. So do you cut the routine away altogether? Well, I'm sure there's a way that you can manipulate it to your advantage and still get things done and still be there for your partner. At the end of the day, there's a lot of love here. The two of you just need to sit down and figure out what works, what's going to work. How do you reconnect? How do you keep the love alive? How do you keep the attraction strong? Okay, my Libra couples, that was your reading for May 2019. I want to thank you guys so much for all your love and support. Please hit the thumbs up button, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Before I end this reading, I am going to pull a Goddess Guidance Oracle deck, Oracle card, I should say, for all the mothers out there. True love. Who had this? I believe Aries did. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. So, in terms of rekindling that romantic relationship, know that the love is there between the two of you. And you have a job now of how to pull it back in, pull yourself back together to make this work, for it to not be so routine anymore. Make time for each other, talk to each other, love each other, show affection towards each other, remind each other about the love that you guys have for each other. I'm going to leave that one there. But as I was saying, Goddess Guidance Oracle message for the mothers. All the Libra mothers celebrating Mother's Day this month. What is the Mother's Day message for Libra moms? Butterfly Maiden, transformation. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. So some of you have been going through a spiritual awakening. You're starting to notice signs, butterflies all around you, you know, synchronicities, number synchronicities. A certain song comes out at a particular moment that you're thinking about a deceased loved one, and that's their way of connecting with you, that you are on the right path. You are going through a transformation. And although some transformations can be painful, love yourself and take care of yourself in the process. Okay? Your angels are with you, Libra. Thank you guys so much once again for all your love and support. Again, the sign with the most views and the most likes will get an extended love reading for the following month. I will try to get back on here with mid-month readings, I should say. And more readings are coming for you guys. So thank you guys so much for all your love and support. Have a wonderful May and a happy Mother's Day. Take care. Bye.